Stillness of the Quiet by Howard Thurman. Put this just like this. Whoa, out for a ride here. There we go. Okay. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. So, if you have some pens, I'm using a fine point Sharpie and a Papermate Blair medium. And then I'm using the thin end of this Tombow brush pen, which I rarely use the brush side, but anyway, so I'll get started here, and appreciate you guys tuning in as always. That's what I do. This is what I do as I started out just trying to kind of internalize things. Or actually, you know what? That's not right. I just do this because I just like to draw and doodle. That's really what it amounts to. And but really it does, when I look at something, I'll read something just over and over to write it, and I like taking time to do something like that, because all the other things that are just coming at me so fast all day long, and so this just gives me a way to I don't know, internalize it. That's my big word. So one of the things that I like that word stillness. So sometimes I'll do this. I'll just like that word, I will go, just write that. Like so. And then I'll go back to the top and then put in, something like this. I don't do this that often, but so in the stillness, something inspires you, some shape or word, that's what I think. That's how I like to do it. In the stillness of the stillness of the quiet. If we will listen, if we listen. We can hear the whisper. Hear the whisper. You know, I don't always plan ahead well when I do this, you know, because I do start trying to buy space when I get towards the end. But that's the fun of it, you know. The whisper of the heart. Welcome all who might be joining in. Giving strength, giving strength. My words are kind of, this has been happening to me lately for whatever reason. They start kind of doing a downward turn, you know. I don't know. Let's see. What did I do? Okay. What's my music here? Anyway, kind of lost it. Yes, I did. All right. Let's see what will happen here if I pull that out. Okay. Well, so right now we just have crickets. That's right. Whisper of the heart giving strength to awfully thin pen, but it's okay. You kind of live, I don't know, I was going to say we live with our choices. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing to say, but, you know, I like to follow through and finish what I've started on one of these. Like, although today I started one and just totally wrote the wrong thing, so I started over. So far, this poem by Howard Thurman says, in the stillness of the quiet, if we listen, we can hear the whisper of the heart, giving strength to weakness, courage to fear, hope hope. Hey, TK, welcome back. Appreciate you coming. Hope. For those of you that, if you haven't, if you feel led to subscribe, it just helps me out. Really, really does. Hope to despair. It would make my day if you would choose to do so. So like I said, I kind of have backed myself up into, you know, I'm going to have to get a little bit smaller there, but it's okay. It's just the way it goes. And, you know, the fun thing is just, you know, you just don't know how they're going to turn out. So now we're going to write in the stillness of the quiet. So we're going to start here. In the stillness of, man, it is I mean, relatively speaking, and it's beautiful out tonight, and I went for a little bike ride. It was gorgeous. Stillness of the quiet, of the quiet. If we listen, if we is falling. If we listen, we can hear. If we listen, we can hear. Whisper. Mm. Whisper of God. Nothing too fancy. That is a poem. That is a poem called The Stillness of the Quiet by the late Howard Thurman. He lived, I guess he was 83 years old, 1899 until 1981. TK, I appreciate you coming along, and this is kind of I drag this thing out. I love it that you hang out. If you gotta move on, don't you ever feel bad. I just like having you stop in and say hello. Sometimes these late night, it's hard to say who turns up, but I enjoy just doing this, And well, that's all right. No, I was just telling you I appreciate you hanging in, and if you ever need to leave, don't you hesitate. I just appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. That's what I was saying. TK. And that's what I was saying. What time do you usually go to bed, or do you have a set time? I have a hard time admitting that I don't have a set time. Honestly, I need to try to get in bed earlier. The night before last, I just couldn't sleep at all. say when you can't sleep, it helps to just sort of get up and try to quiet your mind. Just sit still, you know. Sometimes I'll get to fooling with my phone. Okay. Okay. I stayed up since, okay. So you pull all-nighters too. I enjoy, it's just when I'm a gig kind of guy, you know, my work varies, and so sometimes I do have that flexibility to sleep a little bit later, but I don't like to. I like to just try to get up and start my day, you know. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, school will do it, right? That's a game changer. You know, TK, it's a fine question. I'm glad you asked. But my wife had a battle with cancer for about 4.5 years. She fought it, and about 6 weeks ago, she passed away. And so it's been quite a new thing trying to work through that. Miss her so much, as you can imagine. And thank you. Yeah, thank you for asking, though. She was a wonderful woman. Her name was Kathy. And she supported anything like this. She loved loved this stuff that I do. You know, she just supported me. I loved her. Married to her for almost 27 years. Not long enough, but it was good. It was a good run. Oh, let's see here. Got the little handy dandy egg here. Yeah. Now, is that the one that you just put up there? The emoji? I'll tell you, I've been doing this video for these several weeks, you know, but I'm just not hip. I'm just not hip on some of that stuff. It takes somebody like you to inform me. Well, it's been quiet out there tonight, hadn't it? Kind of quiet. I do. I have two kids. They're grown now. I have a daughter she's 20. If she's listening in, she'll, Dad. She's 24. And then my son is 22. I have a daughter and a son. How about you? You have any children? Okay, I'll add just a little touch. Just a little touch of blue in there. Just making time. But I probably ought to go ahead and sign off. Oh, you're 9? Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I always appreciate you coming along, TK, and all of you. If you've just joined in, that's a poem by Howard Thurman called "The Stillness of the Quiet." And it says, in the stillness of the quiet, stillness of the quiet, if we listen, we can hear the whisper of the heart, giving strength to weakness, courage to fear, hope to despair. In the stillness of the quiet, if we listen, we can hear the whisper of God. All right, TK, I'm glad. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Good night, everybody.